Have you ever wondered why the wealthiest women in the world, those rare female billionaires, seem to possess something beyond just money? Look at them closely. Their faces radiate youth, their presence commands respect, and their fortune never seems to slip away. You might think it's because of business strategies, investments, or sheer luck. But if you pay attention to the details, you'll notice something subtle yet incredibly powerful that almost all of them have in common. It's not in their handbags, not in their clothes, and not even in the way they speak. It's in their hands. More specifically, it's in the rings they wear. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, come on, how could a ring possibly make a difference? Let me ask you this. If jewelry was only about decoration, then why do cultures across the world, ancient and modern, place such profound meaning on rings? Why do queens, priestesses, and powerful women throughout history always wear specific rings on specific fingers? Why do so many successful women today, from boardrooms in New York to palaces in the Middle East, still carefully choose not just the stone, but the finger on which they place it? It's not coincidence, it's not superstition, it's power. Rings have always been more than metal and stone. They are symbols, amplifiers of intention, and carriers of energy. A ring on the wrong hand can drain you, leaving you vulnerable to bad luck, poor health, or even betrayal. But a ring on the right hand, in the right position, can unlock something extraordinary. It can align you with prosperity, shield you from negative forces, enhance your natural charm, and draw respect to you like a magnet. This is why female billionaires who have access to the deepest wells of wisdom, from feng shui masters in Asia to numerologists in Europe, take this very seriously. For them, a ring is not a trinket, it's an armor, a weapon, a key. And when you understand the secret of where and how to wear a ring, you begin to realize why their wealth never slips away, why their health endures, and why their influence only grows stronger with time. But here's the part that might shock you. This secret isn't reserved for billionaires. You don't need a diamond the size of an egg. You don't need to spend millions on rare stones. The truth is, even a simple ring, silver, gold, or even steel, placed on the right finger can change the way fortune flows into your life. The ring itself doesn't need to be expensive. What matters is its placement. That's the code. That's the hidden knowledge passed down quietly, often hidden in plain sight, ignored by the average person, but treasured by those who understand. Think of it like this. Your hand is not random. Every finger, every joint, every palm line corresponds to a channel of energy, a pathway to different aspects of your life. Your thumb governs willpower and control. Your index finger rules authority and ambition. Your middle finger connects to balance and responsibility. Your ring finger ties directly to love, creativity, and wealth. Your little finger influences communication and intuition. When you place a ring on one of these fingers, you're not just decorating yourself, you're activating that channel, either strengthening it or, if you're careless, blocking it.
And here's where the billionaires shine. They know this. They don't wear rings just to match an outfit. They wear them as strategies. Every piece of jewelry is a calculated move, a deliberate signal to both the universe and the people around them. A gold band on the right index finger says, "I am a leader. I command respect." A jade stone on the left little finger whispers, "I protect my wealth and I guard my secrets." A diamond on the ring finger amplifies love and attraction, ensuring harmony in both personal and professional partnerships. Now imagine this. Two women walk into a room. One has no idea about this hidden knowledge, and she wears rings at random. They look nice, but energetically they clash. She feels drained, overlooked, struggling to gain traction in life no matter how hard she works. The second woman knows the secret. She chooses carefully, one ring, one finger, placed with intention. She doesn't even need to speak. Instantly, the room notices her. People feel drawn to her presence. Opportunities flow her way effortlessly. Which woman do you think ends up climbing faster, attracting wealth, and keeping her health intact? This is not fantasy. This is the reality that powerful women have leveraged for centuries. Cleopatra wore rings inscribed with sacred symbols. Empresses in China adorned their fingers with jade and gold to balance energy and guard their dynasty's fortune. Even today, if you look closely, you'll see female billionaires repeating the same pattern, consciously or unconsciously, rings not just as fashion, but as protection, amplification, and alignment. And here's the part that makes this story irresistible. You can do the same. You don't need royal blood. You don't need billions in your bank account. All you need is awareness. All you need to learn the map of your hand and the energy it carries. Once you understand which finger governs what and how to choose the right ring, you step into the current of wealth and respect that the richest women in the world ride every single day. So the question I leave hanging for you now is this: are you ready to stop treating rings as mere accessories? Are you ready to learn how to transform a simple piece of jewelry into your most powerful ally? Because in the next moments, I will reveal to you exactly how female billionaires use their rings, not just to shine, but to protect, to attract, and to command. The secret is in plain sight, but only those who know where to look will ever unlock it. Stay with me, because once you hear what I'm about to share, you will never look at your hands the same way again.
The special ways female billionaires wear rings. Now let's lift the veil and look at exactly how these women wear their rings. You'll notice it's never random. Every detail is deliberate. The choice of stone, the finger it rests on, even which hand displays it. These decisions form a silent language of wealth and influence. Number 1. Diamond on the index finger. Power and influence. The index finger has always symbolized leadership. It's the finger you raise to make a point, the finger that directs, commands, and leads. In palmistry and energy studies, the index is linked to Jupiter, the planet of expansion, authority, and abundance. When a female billionaire slides a diamond onto her index finger, she's not just wearing a gem, she's declaring, "I lead. I am unshakable." Diamonds, forged under extreme pressure, represent endurance, resilience, and brilliance that cannot be destroyed. They send a message of permanence, exactly what billionaires want their empires to reflect. Picture a powerful CEO walking onto a stage, spotlight catching the fire of her diamond on the index finger. Without speaking a word, she communicates strength, leadership, and indestructible authority. Many women in high positions choose this combination for public appearances because it amplifies their voice before they even say a word. Number 2. Emerald on the middle finger. Balance of work and life. The middle finger is the anchor of the hand, the center, the stabilizer. In symbolism, it represents balance, responsibility, and the bridge between personal and professional life. For a billionaire woman balancing an empire, family, health, and public image, this finger is crucial. That's why many of them choose the emerald, the legendary green stone that for centuries has been called the gem of Venus. Emeralds are linked to love, healing, fertility, and harmony. Ancient civilizations believe emeralds could restore vision and keep the heart young. In spiritual traditions, emeralds calm the nervous system and attract peaceful energy. By placing an emerald on the middle finger, these women are creating a center of balance. It helps them juggle immense responsibilities without losing inner peace. It whispers, "Yes, I can run a global company and still enjoy a harmonious home. I can build wealth without losing my health." This is the secret of emerald on the middle finger. It grounds ambition with harmony. That's why so many women of influence wear it when they want to sustain, not just chase, success. Number 3. Blue sapphire on the ring finger, protecting the heart and inspiring respect. The ring finger is universally tied to the heart. Ancient cultures believed a vein of love runs directly from this finger to the heart itself. That's why it's the traditional place for wedding bands. But for billionaires, the ring finger holds more than romantic meaning. It represents the core of their being, their emotional energy, and their legacy. To protect this space, many of them wear a blue sapphire. Sapphires have been revered for millennia as stones of truth, wisdom, and divine favor. Kings and queens wore them for protection, clarity, and spiritual guidance. A blue sapphire on the ring finger doesn't just safeguard the heart, it elevates the wearer's dignity, earning them deep respect from those around them. Think about it. In a world where women often face harsher scrutiny than men, commanding respect isn't optional, it's survival. The sapphire on the ring finger signals not only emotional strength, but also unshakable integrity. It tells employees, partners, and rivals alike, this woman cannot be deceived. She is aligned with truth. For some billionaires, this stone is a shield against betrayal, keeping their inner circle loyal and their partnerships solid. It's not only about romance, it's about the respect that sustains empires. Pulling it together, when you put these examples side by side, a clear pattern emerges. Rings are not scattered randomly across the fingers of powerful women. They're carefully chosen tools, each finger activated with a specific energy, each gemstone a deliberate message. A diamond on the index finger declares unbreakable authority. An emerald on the middle finger maintains balance and health. A sapphire on the ring finger protects the heart and commands respect. And remember, these aren't just traditions of the past. These are living practices woven quietly into the daily choices of the richest women on earth. From Wall Street to Hollywood to royal courts, the same secrets repeat, hidden in plain sight.
Rose gold ring on the thumb, affirming strength and independence. Among all the fingers on your hand, the thumb is unique. It doesn't follow the others. It stands apart, strong and decisive. In the language of symbolism, the thumb represents personal will, determination, and the power of independence. It's the finger that shows whether you can push forward against resistance or collapse under pressure. For women who command empires, the thumb is sacred. It is not about charm or appearance, it's about sheer inner strength. That's why many female billionaires choose to wear a rose gold ring on this finger. Why rose gold? Because rose gold is a paradox. It is soft in color, almost tender, with its blush of pink. But beneath that softness lies solid gold, the eternal metal of wealth, stability, and divine authority. Rose gold combines the feminine with the indestructible. It whispers, I am gentle, but I cannot be broken. I am independent, yet full of grace. Wearing rose gold on the thumb becomes a daily reminder for these women. Stay independent, stay self-reliant, trust your own strength. Even in a room full of competitors, advisors, or critics, the ring silently tells them, you need no permission to succeed. In many traditions, the thumb is associated with Mars, the planet of action and courage. To wear rose gold here is like igniting an inner fire, a steady flame of resilience. When female billionaires put on their thumb ring before walking into negotiations or board meetings, they are not only accessorizing, they are armoring their willpower. Some even confess privately, without that thumb ring, they feel less certain, less anchored. With it, their independence shines like a shield. This is the secret power of rose gold on the thumb. It transforms personal will into visible authority.
Now we turn to a warning that many women of power whisper among themselves, but rarely admit publicly. It's about the pinky finger, the smallest, most delicate of them all. At first glance, the pinky seems harmless. In fact, in some fashion circles, stacking rings on the pinky is trendy, seen as stylish and playful. But according to both Feng Shui and energy traditions, the pinky finger carries a very different meaning. It is connected to side relationships, hidden affairs, and channels of leakage. In short, it is where your energy can escape without you noticing. This is why many billionaire women absolutely refuse to wear rings on the pinky when signing contracts, making deals, or negotiating high-stakes agreements. They believe the pinky, when activated by metal and stone, creates openings for wealth to drain away or for focus to scatter. One powerful investor once said, "When you wear a ring on the pinky during negotiations, you are signaling that you are open to side distractions.
It is like leaving the back door of your house unlocked while you are busy welcoming guests at the front. From a psychological standpoint, this makes sense. The pinky finger, being the weakest, represents the part of us that is most vulnerable, most prone to compromise. To highlight it with a ring during crucial business dealings is like shining a spotlight on your soft spot. People may not consciously notice, but subconsciously they sense an opening. That's why some of the most strategic female billionaires have a strict ritual. Before a meeting, they remove any rings from their pinky. They leave it bare, unadorned, signaling clarity, discipline, and protection. In their minds, this isn't superstition, it's strategy. Because in the world of billions, even the smallest symbolic detail can tilt the scales of fate. Illustrative stories of billionaire women and their rings. To understand how deeply these beliefs shape real lives, let's look at a few powerful stories from women who embody this philosophy.
And here's where the billionaires shine. They know this. They don't wear rings just to match an outfit. They wear them as strategies. Every piece of jewelry is a calculated move, a deliberate signal to both the universe and the people around them. A gold band on the right index finger says, "I am a leader. I command respect." A jade stone on the left little finger whispers, "I protect my wealth and I guard my secrets." A diamond on the ring finger amplifies love and attraction, ensuring harmony in both personal and professional partnerships. Now imagine this. Two women walk into a room. One has no idea about this hidden knowledge, and she wears rings at random. They look nice, but energetically they clash. She feels drained, overlooked, struggling to gain traction in life no matter how hard she works. The second woman knows the secret. She chooses carefully, one ring, one finger, placed with intention. She doesn't even need to speak. Instantly, the room notices her. People feel drawn to her presence. Opportunities flow her way effortlessly. Which woman do you think ends up climbing faster, attracting wealth, and keeping her health intact? This is not fantasy. This is the reality that powerful women have leveraged for centuries. Cleopatra wore rings inscribed with sacred symbols. Empresses in China adorned their fingers with jade and gold to balance energy and guard their dynasty's fortune. Even today, if you look closely, you'll see female billionaires repeating the same pattern, consciously or unconsciously, rings not just as fashion, but as protection, amplification, and alignment. And here's the part that makes this story irresistible. You can do the same. You don't need royal blood. You don't need billions in your bank account. All you need is awareness. All you need to learn the map of your hand and the energy it carries. Once you understand which finger governs what and how to choose the right ring, you step into the current of wealth and respect that the richest women in the world ride every single day. So the question I leave hanging for you now is this. Are you ready to stop treating rings as mere accessories? Are you ready to learn how to transform a simple piece of jewelry into your most powerful ally? Because in the next moments, I will reveal to you exactly how female billionaires use their rings, not just to shine, but to protect, to attract, and to command. The secret is in plain sight, but only those who know where to look will ever unlock it. Stay with me, because once you hear what I'm about to share, you will never look at your hands the same way again.
Story 3. The Silent Rule of the Pinky. Finally, there's the whispered story of a billionaire heiress who once made a mistake. Confident in her fortune and eager to stand out, she wore an elaborate jewel on her pinky finger during a major contract signing. Within months, the deal unraveled. Partnerships soured, money leaked away, and her influence weakened. Though outsiders dismissed it as market fluctuation, she herself believed otherwise. In a later interview, she admitted, "I broke my own rule. I should never have worn that ring on my pinky. It distracted me. It weakened me." Since then, she never repeated the mistake. The pinky remained bare in every public negotiation she attended. For her, it was not about superstition. It was about respecting the flow of energy and discipline. Pulling it together. When we step back and look at these stories, a pattern emerges. Rings are not random choices for female billionaires. They are tools of power, balance, and strategy. The thumb with rose gold affirms independence and inner strength. The index with diamond projects authority and unshakable leadership. The middle with emerald sustains balance, health, and harmony. The ring finger with sapphire protects the heart and commands respect. And the pinky, left bare, keeps wealth from leaking away during crucial moments. For ordinary people, rings might be accessories, but for these women, they are symbols that shape reality. Every time they slip a ring onto a finger or deliberately leave a finger bare, they are aligning themselves with the energy of wealth, health, and respect. It's not magic, it's not coincidence. It is the discipline of symbols, the ancient wisdom adapted to the modern world of billions. And perhaps, hidden in plain sight, it is one of the subtle reasons these women rise higher than the rest.
Do not think of a ring as just jewelry. For the women who command empires, it is a weapon. A silent weapon, but one sharper than any blade, stronger than any shield. A ring is the armor of their fortune. It guards their wealth, it protects their health, and it commands respect from everyone who lays eyes upon it. If they, these women who walk among the richest on earth, trust in the power of a ring, then why would you ignore it? Why would you dismiss it as meaningless when the most powerful women alive depend on it? A single detail, so small that most overlook it, can change everything. One ring, one position, one decision, and your destiny may bend in your favor. Why the ring is more than decoration. In modern society, we are trained to view jewelry as decoration, a way to beautify, to impress, to sparkle in the light. But that is the shallow view. For the female billionaire, a ring is not placed casually. It is chosen with precision, calculated with intention. A ring can shape perception. When someone walks into a room, eyes are drawn to the hands. A diamond on the index finger sends a message of authority before a single word is spoken. A sapphire on the ring finger whispers loyalty and commands trust. An emerald in the center creates harmony that people can feel but cannot explain. These women understand something most people forget. Humans are creatures of symbols. We react not only to words, but to images, gestures, and subtle signals. And rings are among the most powerful of those signals. When a woman of power chooses a ring, she is not only adorning her body, she is aligning herself with archetypes of power, balance, and respect that have echoed through centuries. Pharaohs, queens, priestesses, empresses, all wore rings, not because they were vain, but because they knew rings were conduits of energy and identity. The billionaire's philosophy. Ask a self-made female billionaire what her favorite accessory is, and many will smile and raise their hands. Rings. Always rings. Why? Because unlike necklaces or earrings, rings are closest to action. With your hands, you sign contracts, close deals, shake hands, touch the world. Rings turn every action into a ritual, every gesture into a declaration. Imagine signing a $1 billion agreement with a bare hand versus a hand adorned with a commanding diamond on the index. The feeling is different. The perception is different. One hand is ordinary. The other hand is legendary. These women understand that in the battlefield of business, perception is power. Rings make perception visible.
Tomorrow, when you put on a ring, pause for a moment. Notice carefully on which finger are you wearing it, and ask yourself, what is the purpose behind it? Is it just for fashion, to match your clothes? Or could it secretly be shaping the energy that surrounds you, guiding how the world perceives you, and influencing the flow of wealth and respect into your life? For countless women who have climbed to the very top of society, billionaires, CEOs, investors, philanthropists, the ring is far more than a decorative accessory. It is a silent declaration, a reminder of their power, their independence, and their right to hold on to everything they have achieved. When these women slip a diamond onto their index finger or an emerald onto their middle finger, they are not only adorning themselves, they are aligning with an energy that protects and empowers them. So why should you ignore such wisdom? If they believe that a simple ring can guard their fortune, nurture their health, and draw the respect of others, then perhaps it is worth asking, what would change if you treated your rings the same way? Could your career take a new turn? Could your relationships become stronger? Could opportunities appear where before there was only struggle? One small detail, one gesture as ordinary as wearing a ring, has the potential to change the course of your life. The difference lies in awareness. When you choose consciously, you take control of the unseen forces that shape your path. You are no longer passive. You are directing energy, inviting abundance, and commanding respect. So tomorrow, when you look down at your hands, do not take them for granted. Each finger is a channel, each ring is a key, and each decision is a statement of who you are and who you are becoming. Do not underestimate this ritual. If it has carried queens, empresses, and modern billionaires through centuries of wealth and influence, it can carry you too. And this is just the beginning. Because while the placement of a ring can decide how energy flows through your body and into your life, the stone itself, the gem you choose, can multiply that effect. Some stones amplify prosperity. Others protect you from jealousy, betrayal, or hidden enemies. There are stones that sharpen your intuition so you can sense opportunities before others see them. And there are stones that shield your health so that you can enjoy the wealth you've built. If you truly want to unlock the full power of rings, not just where to wear them, but what gems can transform them into talismans, then the journey continues. In my next video, I will reveal which gemstone is considered the most powerful of all, the one that many say can protect your destiny itself. So do not dismiss what seems small. Tomorrow, when you slip a ring onto your finger, remember, you are holding more than metal and stone. You are holding a key to your future. And if you choose wisely, that future can be richer, stronger, and more respected than you ever imagined.